Hello, it's Marguerite from Make with Marguerite. I wanted to show you the Stamparatus. I've just received mine and it's brilliant, but you've got to learn how to use it like everything. So you get a new toy and you think you're going to be able to use it straight away. And I got in a real pickle. I got ink everywhere and I was thinking, what am I playing at? So I had to think about how to make it a bit easier for myself. So I've come up with a few things I think might make it easier for you. So here is the card I was working towards. It's using the Baby Bear set, which is a really pretty set, but as you can probably see, it's 3-step stamping, which is always a challenge to get everything lined up. And I have to admit, I hadn't really used it because I had a go and it looked rubbish. But I found with this tool I have managed to do it really well. And I've been lining up on the bottom piece here. So, things I found out is that, this is from other people's experience, I'm only using one of the magnets at a time, and I put a piece of washi tape around so I can lift it up and place it down again. It just means you can get hold of it. There are 2 magnets, but they're very strong, and if they come together, they will snap, and I'm nervous about that happening. I've got another little magnet here that I'm going to use. I also found that I'm getting on much better using stamping spots. So these aren't our full-size ink pads, these are little ones, and I've put the colour on the top and the bottom so I don't forget which one I'm using. Anyway, so I've got a piece of card. I'm going to butt it up to the corner so it stays straight. Pop my magnets on. And with this stamp set, I found it works really well to use the most detailed image first. And I'm going to use Early Espresso, and it's my stamping spot. So just pop some ink on. There we go. And bring the plate over and just press with your fingers. And if you haven't pressed hard enough or you haven't put enough ink on, you can go again. But that looks pretty good to me. And then you want to use your next most detailed stamp and the next colour. So I've got soft suede here. It's quite hard to see if you've inked this one properly, but obviously if you haven't, you can do it again. So bring the plate over, gently press with your fingers. Looking good. And then I've got the third one on the other side of my plate. So to bring my plates in and out, you need to lift it vertically. I'm not sure if I mentioned, I've got a clear stamp case here. This is just so that my plate is flat when I ink up. You could just use the stamp case of the stamp set you're using. I just use clear ones because it's less distracting. Oops. This is Crumb Cake, and this is the final stamp of the bear. And bring it over and press it down. And the thing is, if you want to make lots of these cards, they'll all end up looking beautiful, because once you've got the positioning right the first time, it's going to stay in the same place. So I'm going to bring the camera down closer so that you can see it was beautifully aligned, which I don't think I could have done on my own. And then I'm just going to clean off a little bit. So I've got a chamois here, it's called the absorber. So I just want to take the ink off there, because otherwise what happens is when I turn it over in a minute, I'm going to get dirty fingers. So on the back of this plate, I've got my sentiment, which is Make-A-Wish, and it's from the Happy Birthday Gorgeous set. This one here. And I've got some Berry Burst ink. So just pop some ink on and bring the plate over. Now, why I needed to clean off my bear is because my sentiment's actually underneath where the bear is on the other side. If I'd left the ink on there, what I'm doing now would have meant I got very filthy fingers. Ah, and I haven't pressed, look, I haven't pressed the wish part at all, but I can have another go because it's going to go in the right place. So let's see if that's worked now. Ah, there we go. And that is why it's so brilliant, really, because sometimes we don't stamp perfectly the first time. So the things I found help for me are, I like having a piece of grid paper here just because it means I'm not making my mat dirty. Using the clear stamp case to keep my plates level when I'm inking, and also to use the stamping spots and to have a chamois so I can clean things up as I go along. I found wet wipes, I kept getting my fingers really dirty. So that's my first go with the Stamparatus. So here is the finished card. I've just mounted it on some berry burst and added some copper trim, and it's a really sweet card. So if you need any of these items, please visit margueritemoran.stampinup.net. Thank you very much.